It's been a minute, but I'm back. Tony Talks here. Back to talk about something that I find extremely important. First, just mentioning or talking about death. Death is a part of the life cycle, and it is something that we all, I'm sure, will experience in one way or the other. Well, we will experience death. If we were born, we're going to die. We just don't know when. And we may experience some of our loved ones, to experience death. So, I wanted to pop on today and talk about this book here. Get it together, organize your records so your family won't have to. I found it to be an amazing book where it has all different types of ideas, like letters that you can write, forms that you can fill out, and then have those forms notarized. Just organize your life so that when you are no longer here, that the people who are left behind can grieve in peace as much as possible, as much peace as possible. Grief is so much easier when things are in order and when things can be taken care of and paid for without people scrambling around trying to figure out who in the family has funds to be able to help out to put someone else to rest. I believe it's not fair for us to leave that up to someone else. While we are alive, we should have life insurance, some type of fund set aside so that we can leave our loved ones in peace, not pieces. So, life insurance is one way. One thing that I suggest that we do, get life insurance in order that we are able to, if nothing else, but pay for our policy and pay for the burial or whatever services that you desire or want. Hello. And so I strongly advise you, at whatever age you are, the younger, the better. The younger, because it is life insurance is cheaper. Hello, Los Rosales. Is cheaper the younger you are, and a lot of time life insurance is based upon your um, like physical health, right? So the younger you are, most likely you are in a better space and able to get it at a cheaper rate. So one, get life insurance. Something else that may be good is a trust or a will. I believe in a trust. A trust trumps a will. So go for a trust. I'm not a financial advisor, but I know that there are some things that we can have in place that can help those who are left behind. A trust can help us not have to go, or those left behind go through probate court, where the government will try to take those funds that you have left behind for your loved ones. Thank you for subscribing. If all of you others would subscribe, that would help me be able to bring more valuable information. So this is the book I'm talking about. Get it together. Organize your records so your family won't have to. So who needs this book? Anybody who is an adult needs this book. This book will help you to get your life together. It will help you to get your records together, which will help others. If anything happens to you, know where everything is, will bring them more peace of mind. It says every adult can take comfort from having important information and documents in one place. It is gratifying to retrieve information or documents easily. There's a peace in knowing you can grab and go in an emergency. So if someone has an emergency, you can just grab this book, right, which has everything. You may not know where their birth certificate is, social security number, bank account information. We need to know that. And you can keep it all together. This book is an amazing, they put so much thought into this book, and so everything you need as far as records they've thought of for from seniors if they're in senior care, down to children. Okay, so I suggest you get this book. It also talks about grief. When you are going through the grief process, that is not the time for you to have to go and scramble. You and your whole family to have to scramble for where's this or where is their policy. And I'm kind of guilty. I know what everything is. My husband don't. Okay? And so that's one thing we're working on, and therefore this book comes in handy. So we can put all of our policies, our policy numbers down here. We can put our bank account information down here, so it don't have to go in probate as well. Another thing that's important, put down if you have a checking and a savings and other accounts, make someone a beneficiary, so therefore they don't have to wait, because when something happens, when someone dies, the bank, once they find out, that account is no longer, you're no longer able to go into that account. And so, it's important to leave your bank accounts to someone. So you can put your account numbers. I say all your account numbers because I'm speaking account numbers on you, okay? All your account numbers in here. Even if you haven't made them a person a beneficiary, if you have their account numbers, you know that they're no longer here. Pull that money, pull those funds out of that account, because once the bank gets a notice that they're no longer here, then you're not going to have access to those accounts. And I'm not sure if I think even husband and wife, if there's not a joint account, you may have issues being able to get into that account. So become a beneficiary on each other's bank accounts, um, or assign a beneficiary. It may not be, you may have separate checking and savings accounts, a joint account where both of you would have access, but maybe you want to leave one of those accounts to your children, or however you want to do it. Just make someone a beneficiary, okay? Because once the government gets their hands into it, they all about this coinage, right? And so you don't want to lose not a dime of what you have worked for. This was a quote in here from Albert Einstein: any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. This book is moving in the opposite direction. It helps you to really just, everything that you can think of. If you have had death in your family and have had to make the arrangements, I guarantee you that this book would make it so much easier for you. Okay, from adoption records, birth certificates, it's talking about real estate. So if you have real estate, maybe you own separate buildings, you might have some in your business name. That's another thing, like your businesses. Now, if you have a business, make sure you do that BOI. I think it's beneficial. Don't ask me. It's a BOI. Look it up. You can look it up. BOI financial report. Do that before the end of the year, because it will cost you if you don't. I think it's $500 a day. So if you have a business, do that BOI financial report. Yeah, government benefits, if there's some retirement policies, whatever. There may be policies that you have and maybe someone else has no clue of it. You may be single and you want to leave your stuff to different places. Put it down in here. I'm not sure if that would not go to probate court if you owe someone, but it's worth a try. At least everything is here, and whoever is responsible for the arrangements will be able to make the arrangements in a more peaceful space. Okay? So that's just my tip for today. I'm not getting nothing. I didn't write the book. I wish I had, because it's a genius book. Everything is here. It's $24.99. I got it off Amazon. So get the book, especially if you have a family or loved ones that you want to leave things to, and leave things in order for. It has letters to loved ones. These are some things that you can just copy and then take and get them notarized. Um, will and trust, funeral and memorial service, if you want to be buried or cremated, organ donation. I mean, literally, they really did an awesome job on this book. So get the book, and thank y'all for joining. I really am excited about this journey, of bringing more knowledge and wisdom, imparting wisdom into you all. And my wisdom tip for today is, if you don't have insurance, get it. Because we don't want to do any more GoFundMes. No more GoFundMes, okay? Let's do right while we're alive. If you have to get a small policy just to take care of your burial, that is your responsibility. That is not the responsibility of anyone else. And I personally have had to pay for, a portion of someone who has passed, who has died. And, like, that's difficult because while you're living, you have expenses. And so it is your responsibility to take care of your own policy. So I suggest, if you don't have a life insurance policy, get you a small policy so those who are left behind are able to bury you properly, the way that you would like to be buried. You can get you as small as a policy as small as 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. You don't have to leave anything to anyone else. Why you wouldn't, I don't know, because it wouldn't cost that much more in life insurance in your premium each month. But I suggest just get enough, definitely enough, to cover you, so we won't have to see any more GoFundMes. All right? So, have a wonderful rest of your day. It's rainy here. I'm in Chicago. It's rainy and cold. Not liking that. Nonetheless, get it together. Organize your records so your family won't have to. All right? I'll be back soon, YouTube. I love you all, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.